spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Come on. Cowboy 80. 60 Bison.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's good.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Richardson working from the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Second and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Richardson. This one finds Pierce on the out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
60 Maverick. Ready? Panther 60. Go with him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Go. 18, right in. 19, right.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this one complete again to Mims. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And able to get this down inside the 15, even to 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Colts.
Dragon 60. Check.
Here's Richardson to throw. To the left side, there's the tight end, Musgrave. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Luke Musgrave, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Vikings 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He's tackled at the 32.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ahmad Gardner bringing the sauce on that breakup. You look at this Colt defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
19 tight. 19 tight. Cougar 19.
Richardson. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 by 60 average. 60 average. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score 14. Vikings nothing. Spencer Schrader to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the foot?
Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time was great for a solid gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead.
21, Vikings nothing. Spencer Schrader to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll run on first down. Chambers. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
It's second and inches.
On play action. Now McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throwing is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will be brought down with a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
A gain of
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now McCarthy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Come on, set, 60,
To the air with McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
79 Broncos. Go.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow in the deficit a bit further. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on. I got you. 70, Timber Wolf.
Richardson looking to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down at the 30.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Third down and 10.
18, run, 18, ready.
Now it's Richardson. And quick throw here, that's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Finds his man. There's Jordan Madison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, every Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Spencer Schrader to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
My man.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and
He's
10.
already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to call that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6.
Ready.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Get it? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Come on. Come on. Set. Cougar.
Richardson on the bootleg here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 19 Lion. Trap 60, trap 60.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Come on. Panther 11, Panther 80. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders to kick off for Indianapolis.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Let's go.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they're in a big 4th quarter hole. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll only
4th down.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
And now they'll shift things around.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And it's the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. Now a 2nd and 6. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
The tight end in motion right.
60 Vikings.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
3rd and 4.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just get rid of it. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
McCarthy is set to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And he drops it incomplete. And the struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
McCarthy operating from the gun to Jefferson on the slant. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
McCarthy going to throw again. Into space at the 45. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
15 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shut up.
To the air with McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Now McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here we go, Shaq. 72.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis,